Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey, Rob here, and I am braving incredible sickness to bring you this video. This is a tag video. I generally do not do them, but Vidja Gamer tagged me out, and he has an excellent station, and he's a good guy. I've got a link down below. Check out his haul videos, especially. They're really good if you like haul videos, and watch his Christmas special. I know he's gonna love me for that one. All right. So the first thing is of significant personal interest to me, and this is, here, I'll show you the box first. This is a 1979 MiniVid break-free, which is my first handheld video gaming system ever. So it was made in 1979. My parents got it, I believe, in the Sears catalog. And it's rare in the United States, not because it wasn't made much in the United States, but because they are highly defective. They had both defective power switches, and they had some defects in the battery connector that it was just really crappy soldering. I've resoldered this one a couple times, even though I don't use it real often. In fact, I'm looking for a newer connector for it just to replace it altogether. But anyway, they are highly defective, so they got thrown out a lot. But it does have a lot of cool things, and I am showing some video over there of the awesomeness of this thing. I mean, this is 1979, mind you, and this thing was backlit. Yeah, it used tiny little fluorescent cells to make up the elements on the screen. So really freaking cool. You could play it 2-player as well as 1-player. It had a 2-player mode that you could play, and I did play it a lot with my friends. Like I said, this is really difficult to find. I had to source it out to Venezuela, for crying out loud, to get one in a box. And really love the thing. Has a lot of history with me. It was great because you could play it in the dark. I mean, just love the thing. Oh, by the way, it was made by the same people that made Micronauts. So there's that. All right, on to number 2. So early on, I did have a history, as you've seen with the MiniVid break-free, of a love for cheap systems, which sent me on a trajectory which followed me through life of buying amazingly cheap systems and trying to keep them alive. Thus comes one of my other favorite things in my collection, which is the Dena 2-in-1. Originally made by a Taiwanese company as a rip-off clone, it was then licensed, well, it was bought out by Telegames and produced. A company called Telegames in England, not the Telegames you're thinking of. It's not the one that Sears had. But Telegames out of England then produced this as a viable ColecoVision clone because they actually owned the rights to ColecoVision at the time. This could run SG-1000 games and ColecoVision games, thus the pause button on the controllers. The controllers are amazingly cheap. The plastics are astoundingly cheap. The pad is, oh wow, it's almost cancer. In fact, this thing has been to 3 MGCs and has only been able to run throughout the entire show for 2 of them. That said, I think I've got it sussed out. This thing is on more life support than Darth Vader, for crying out loud. It's got heat sinks added to it. I've replaced the video system. Literally, it just crumbled apart during one of the shows. So I've replaced the original RF out with a composite out. Not the easiest thing. Shout out to Bacteria, who gave me basically the basis for how I did mine. I did mine a little bit differently, but he did provide a lot of the information that I used to do my mod out. So anyway, yeah, this is number 2. Runs ColecoVision, runs Sega SG-1000 games, and is quite possibly giving me cancer right now. Finally, we've got the Arkanoid arcade machine that I just picked up recently. This is one of the latest things I've collected. These were made back in 1984. The reason why I like it so much is Arkanoid is one of the games I played in the arcade the most. I really did love the heck out of this game. I've had a couple other arcade machines in the past. One was a tabletop as well. The other one was a full-size arcade, but I ended up turning it into a giant MAME machine just because the cost of parts were like extreme. So this one's all original, and it has the original spinner and everything. It works great, has no problems. I haven't had to do any real work on it other than cleaning up the trim a little bit. So I really like it. I got it dirt cheap. That's a hallmark of things that I like. And yeah, just a great machine all around and nice addition to my collection. So that is it, number 3. Well, we've hit the end of the video, and that means I have to point out 3 poor suckers who have to suffer the same fate that I have. The first one is going to be Forrest Bauer from Bauer's Gaming Corner. This is a good twist on this because he does board games, and he does them well. So if you're interested in board games, check out his station. It is, of course, linked down below. Second is going to be Steve Benway, who's a good friend of my station. He's shouted me out a couple times, so here's another shout out for him. He's got a huge collection, and he does about the same types of videos that I do, except he does them well. So really check out his station, and I would love to see his 3 games that he's really proud of, or 3 gaming items that he's really proud of. Of course, as I mentioned, link down below. And then finally, number 3, I'm going to call out the Guys, Games, and Beer crew. Hey, you were looking for a topic. Now you've got it. I want to see everybody's 3 game systems that they're proud of. And there we go. I've made it through this video. It was hard, especially considering you didn't notice it, but I've been hacking my lungs out. Yeah, that's love. Love that I have for you. Love that you don't get on other stations. This is getting creepy. I will see you. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.
Retro Rocks Gaming Videos.